Welcome to Leicester Fan TV. With special thanks to our pals at ADT Taxis, Feed Me, Piglet's Pantry, Tiger, Leicester Garage Conversions, Pink Vehicle Leasing, Hologram, The Fox's Arms, Moyer Wade Interiors, and our chosen charity, Memphis UK. We bring you the fans' views on the match each week, and your views matter to us. Join the fans debate each match with us. Follow us at Leicester Fan TV.
Evening, guys. Happy Friday. Welcome to the Friday Night Fanzone show. Hope everyone's well. Tonight we will be previewing the West Brom 3-0. Happy St. George's Day to everybody from everyone at Leicester Fan TV. We'll be talking about this man, Jamie Vardy, another goal for Kel, and talk about his absolutely performance maker, Timothy Castagna. So let's get a few hellos in. Mayan, hello, pal. Evening, Maz. Evening, Ross. Evening, Neil. I'm good, pal. Amanda Cox, hello. Evening, Liam. Yeah. Ross Winner, happy St. George's Day, pal. Carmen, hello. I'm fine. Dave, evening, pal. Hope you're well, fella. Gareth Taylor, last night, hopefully Chelsea draw. Yeah, it'd be a great result. And Mark Gatwood. And Sam, hello, pal. Hope you're well. LCFC Grey on YouTube. Evening, pal. Hope you're well, mate. Andy Smith, evening. And yeah, great performance last night, Andy. You can't complain. It's 3 points towards the top four. Alan, hello. Harry, hello, pal. How are you? So let's bring in Reedy. How are you, Reedy, mate? You all right?
I'm good, thanks. How are you, everyone?
Yeah.
Ready to talk some more gossip on the game last night. So yeah.
So let's get quickly into it, Reedy. Then the 3-0 Leicester against West Brom. What did you think to the game?
It was honestly a really good game. Obviously, the second half was a bit slower. I thought the first half, like obviously, normally it's the opposite way around. Normally, we get a lot more goals in the second half, but we came out strong.
Yeah.
We did what we needed to do, and then we just saw the game out. And I knew after half time they would sit back and hopefully just limit the limitations to their goals conceded. So yeah, it was a good game, and I think maybe if we play like that against Crystal Palace, it could be even better. So.
Yeah. I think we had a fantastic game last night. Great performance in the first half. I think we killed the game off in the first half. We just wanted to see out the game in the second half. Sam Allardyce would have said to his men at half time, don't go and concede anymore. Shut that back door. And I think West Brom did that, didn't they? But they committed too many fouls in the second half.
Yeah, I think obviously getting Vardy's goal as well. That was helpful for us. Good finish. Even though it was everyone's saying it's sweaty and whatnot, but it was a good finish, and he needed it to get the drought gone. So really good.
I think Vardy just needed that confidence back, didn't he? Really, obviously it's been quite a long time. He's not scored a goal, but obviously people don't see the other side to his game, which he's been doing with Kel, which is assisting and working hard. He's just getting back to fitness now after his hernia operation. So hopefully we've got the Jamie Vardy battle that we know and love. Let's add Mark in. How are you, Mark, pal? You
all right, pal? Yeah, you?
So, Mark, what did you think to the game last night, mate?
Well, first half was storming, wasn't it? I think if Castagna's goal had gone in, it'd have been a rout. I think they'd have just collapsed. But I think they used the brains in the second half and decided, we've got 3 goals. He brought Fofana off. Obviously, I didn't realise at the time why, but obviously I found out since, which was a good move because obviously you don't want to wear him out. And they just managed the game, didn't they?
Yeah. I think we dealt with it well. It reminded me of the Brighton game at home this season, Mark, where we scored 3 in the first half and then worked hard to keep it.
I don't think we had to work that hard though in the second half. I think they were the masters of their own downfall. We just kept it tight at the back, and they didn't really have anything, did they?
Yeah. Sam Allardyce's comments last night, Mark. He said they're better than Southampton, Leicester, and better than Chelsea, and miles ahead of Spurs and Man United, and not the best team behind Manchester City. Mark, what did you actually think to them comments, lads?
I've always liked Sam. I'm only joking, but I'll take that.
Yeah, I honestly think, well, I wouldn't say we're the second best team over Man City, because obviously there's so many good teams. But if we can perform every game and we know how we can perform, we can be one of the best teams in the league. So I don't see how anywhere is wrong. So
let's talk about this man, boys. Kelechi Iheanacho, another goal for the man. 11 goals now in 7 games. It's building some confidence. What
can you say? You just can't stop scoring, and if he keeps going, he could. How many goals is the top goal scorer at the moment?
He's got one more than Vardy at the minute.
Is it 19? Is it 19?
And he's got how many already in this league?
9, I think.
I honestly think I wouldn't say he'd be able to catch up, but he should be getting close to it if he keeps going at the rate he is.
How many more points do we need to clinch top 4, lads?
I honestly think if we
9.
get past.
9.
Yeah, I think the next few games is going to be crucial. If we can get wins in the next 3, I think we should be sorted, and then we don't have to worry about the last 3 of the 7 games.
Exactly. How many points are we going to get, lads, out the next 6 games? That's the question. You obviously want to go and beat Southampton.
I'd say 9. as long as we can take the first 9, and then if we want to lose the rest of them, as long as we get top 4, I can care less.
Another goal, Bruce. First touch sometimes lets him down, Kel, he's not really good with his feet at times, but Vardy's setting him up well, isn't he, Mark, at the minute? He's showing another side to his game.
It's all about supply for Nacho, isn't it? If he ain't getting the supply, he ain't going to score goals. But when they're put on, not on a plate, but when they're put in front of him, he'll put them in. And that's my worry, because if Friday has a bad game where he's not being able, when he's being marked out the game and not being able to get the ball to Iheanacho, I think Iheanacho's goals might start to dry up a little bit, and then we need to find out where the other goals are coming from.
Exactly, yeah. I think Kel's proven a point, isn't he, Mark? It's took him 3 or 4 years now to prove that he can actually score goals at Leicester. I think Kel's not a one-man up front, is he, Mark? He prefers better as a 2.
Yeah, he's not your Vardy, is he? No. You don't get many players like Vardy, do you? To be fair,
you gotta be lucky.
Yeah, and no, he needs the support, and at the minute he's getting it, but obviously Vardy's getting older and he's getting a little bit slower. Don't get me wrong, his distribution and he's setting the ball up for him is absolutely fantastic. His assists absolutely awesome this season, but we've got to look to the future, haven't we?
Yeah, I think that's the only option, Mark. I think Brendan Rodgers is taking it game by game, isn't he, this Premier League this season? He's not rushing into it saying, we're going to get points here, there and everywhere. The unpredictability this season, as you've seen, where if you underestimate teams, you get beat, don't you, Mark? And I guess we've not really done that as such.
Well, we've got beat ourselves, haven't we, by underestimating teams, and I think that's one of our biggest problems. We tend to give a lot of teams too much respect.
Yeah.
When we should be actually putting the pressure on. Do you think the same, Reedy? Yeah.
Yeah, I think when it comes to teams like West Ham and Man City, we just let them. Because we were too afraid of trying to do something against them in case we got counted and whatnot. That's what we did against those teams. When normally before, it's like Liverpool. Yes, they were dominant for the first half, but the moment we could take a chance, we need to go for it. So I think things like West Ham and Man City, we just didn't do it this time. So when we come to West Brom, we know they're in the relegation zone. Yes, they're an easy team to beat theoretically, but they're trying to fight for relegation. So we don't need to. We shouldn't be thinking they're going to be an easy game, or even Crystal Palace, to be honest. So
Yeah, I think they've got good players. Palace, haven't they? And Zaha, he can be a right handful at times. Like any player, can't the mark on the day. Zaha is one of them who likes to dive around a bit and get the referees to try and get the decisions. But he's a good player when he marks. He's very skillful and he's very knowledgeable as well.
He is, but they haven't got a lot to play for, have they? They're safe. They're not gonna get into any European positions.
Yeah.
It just depends on how much they want it, really, and I think we're going to want it a lot more than they are.
Let's bring Ross in, Mark.
Well, he's not eating, is he?
Evening, Ross.
Evening.
No, I'm slowly dying down the food on Leicester Fan TV. Slowly.
How are you then, Ross?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm just letting Charlie play on the PS2 downstairs. So
let's talk about this man, boys. Johnny Evans.
What player?
A massive header at the back post from the former West Brom captain yesterday.
Absolute legend, wasn't it?
Sum up his season, boys. Apart from yesterday's goal, what would you give Johnny Evans out of 10 for his performances this season? He's been a rock at the back, hasn't he? Helping out for Farnham and Sionchu.
I'd give him a 10. End of the day, if it was for Johnny, if it's not for Johnny Evans, the fridge won't be. It won't be at Manchester United. For it as well. I don't know about you, Mark.
I'd give him 8 because the 10 you've got nowhere to go, have you?
No.
You've reached your pinnacle, and he is suspect of the odd injury, but he is an absolute rock. He keeps that back line in place because without Evans, you'd have Sionchu, Fofana, Pereira. Well, they'd all be gone. They'd be 30 yards up front, and Evans would be stood there on his own. But he keeps them all in check, doesn't he?
Yeah. I think that's what it just shows. Experience, doesn't it, Mark? With the younger players, Sionchu and Fofana are learning a lot, and they know when to be in position with him when they go too far forward.
I want to get Justin back.
Yeah. He was one of our most important players when he was in there.
He had a phenomenal season, didn't he, boys, before his injury, which obviously took him out of the Euros for this season as well for England. I think he probably would have been picked, wouldn't he, lads, this summer?
Oh, he would have been picked over Alexander-Arnold. I don't care what anyone says. He would have been picked. Well, saying that, we're not a big club, are we? So he probably wouldn't have got picked. So it's always the big players that get picked. So that's the problem with England. They go with form, reputation over form.
Yeah,
that's the issue. I mean, fair enough. He dropped Alexander-Arnold that time, and then everyone moaned about him, thinking, "Well, you're not going to go. You have a terrible season. You're not going to pick him, are you?" So
we're not one of the CD6, are we?
Oh, the CD5 and that Spurs.
Yeah, who are they?
Oh,
exactly.
Real Madrid nearly got chucked out of Europe today, didn't they? It was close, apparently.
Oh,
they had in the Spanish league. They had a big meeting, didn't they? And that was put on the table that they were going to get thrown out, and Chelsea was going to have to play somebody else, but it couldn't have been. Liverpool couldn't got back in it because they were part of the CD dealings, and it was getting so messy that I think at the end they just thought, well.
I think we all want PSG to win it for once.
They're still saying that FIFA are still saying that all the teams are going to be sanctioned. So
good.
Here's one thing. Just before we continue Leicester talk, I'm surprised PSG actually didn't go into this because
they weren't asked.
No, that's what I'm saying. If they'd got, I know they rejected it anyway. But what I'm saying is, PSG is like massive club. Massive all the money and stuff. I'm surprised they didn't get asked. And another thing. If Newcastle, I'm surprised Mike Ashley said it rejected the chance, all the 14 teams rejected the idea and stuff, didn't they?
Everyone's loving the top, Mark.
Mike Ashley.
They're quality, aren't they?
I want that top. I want
it run pre-order, Ross.
Was it?
This one's not. This one's the original.
Nah, Mark's work. Mine was.
Mine's this one. That one. On that Walker's Crisp one, the old one.
Lads, let's talk about Jamie Vardy.
Mr. Vardy.
Like we've already said,
finally the Vardy's back.
Like with what we've said with Vardy before, he's he needed that goal last night, and to be honest, I think he'll start making him score again. But like I say, he's not just that. It's more of his assist he's been recently with collecting getting all the goals. We needed him doing that, and he's more of like a wing at the moment. Without Barnes, he's been going down the wings trying to beat the defense. So yeah,
I agree with that comment. It's the owners. Obviously they've not got owners like ours, have the Mark, who's got the passion for the club and want the best for the club. These other clubs like Man United and that just thinking about what's going in their wallets at the end of the day and putting money first.
That's it. Our owners, well, they rent a club like us. We've got the best owners anywhere, and
100%.
We've got the best fans anywhere. We whether we live in Leicester. I mean, I was born in Leicester. I was bred in Leicester. Went to school in Leicester, but obviously I don't live in Leicester now. But I still consider myself from Leicester. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Here's a question, Mark. FA Cup
mate.
final. FA Cup final. Mate. Are you coming down to Leicester to watch it in a pub?
Now,
I certainly am. Me and my dad are. We're making it. Well, if we can't get a ticket, obviously
this is all depend because I am coming back to Leicester on the 17th. Well, the 17th, I think I'm coming back. But I said to my mate, I might.
Yeah, we're good, Sean.
I might come back for the FA Cup final, but it's still the next phase of lockdown still won't be announced
mate.
to the 17th. So I can't because I can't go and stay at his house and I can't do anything other than possibly. But
because what I was just been thinking with my dad, what we were going to do, we were going to get trained down because obviously there's no limits now to travel, is there now?
No.
I know there's still rules in place, but meaning, if pubs outside and they've got the tables and stuff, because it's not BBC, so I'm sure that pubs that will have it on. And I just want to feel at home. It's the FA Cup final. Obviously, it's, let's be honest, we all would have been there if there were 45,000 tickets available. Obviously, unfortunately, we can't, and I think it'll be great. I mean, me and my dad are going. I'm regardless. I said to my family, I said, look, whatever you're doing that day, cancel it because we're going to Leicester.
I'd love to do it, but unfortunately, I can only go for 2 days, and it's which 2 days I can go for. And if I go on the 17th to the 19th, then I can go out with my friend where I'm going to be staying. We can go to the pub. But if I go on the 15th, then I'm still in sort of some semi-lockdown sort of mode.
Well, technically, Saturday night, Sunday night, and so we'll sort something because I think we should. And I'm coming down. It's only an hour from Sheffield. I mean, it's a couple of hours away from. Is it Norfolk you are, aren't it, Mark?
Yeah, it's about 2.5 hours for me. I was coming over on my motorbike, so depending on the weather.
Motorbike, wow.
Yeah, you see.
Nice. Learn something new every day.
If it ain't raining anyway, let's put it that way.
Yeah. Boys, let's talk about this man yesterday, Timothy Castagne. What a phenomenal game he had yesterday.
What a legend. Absolute phenomenon yesterday, wasn't he?
He was brilliant.
He was like AJ Styles of wrestling, eh, Ross?
Yeah.
Whoever that may be.
Google him.
Any ideas of why he was like? Obviously, I know he's a decent player for us, but is there any reason why he's been playing so good against West Brom? Obviously, the first game of the season, and obviously yesterday as well.
Not sure. I think it's just a thing like Vardy with West Brom, isn't it? Just likes playing well against him. But no, Timothy Castagne, you just love to see him make them runs, don't you, Mark? The 1-2s and that into the box, and I think he did that exceptionally well yesterday.
He took
the movement was spot
he?
on. Obviously, look at that ball from Yuri Tillemans, Mark, yesterday to Castagne to set up Vardy's goal. Absolute peach of a pass. If that were De Bruyne, Mark, there'd be big talking points, wouldn't there? Because it's Tillemans,
I mean,
you don't really get mentioned.
I'm in the car a lot of the time. And I had TalkSport on today, and we didn't get mentioned once.
No.
It's just like everything was about Arsenal and about their fans meeting tonight. With, it's just no, sorry, not the fans meeting. It was they're going to do a protest, and it's just like I don't give a monkeys about that. There was a game, believe it or not, there was a game last night, and a team won 3-0, and it was just not mentioned. So, but
that's the thing. It's not against the big teams, is it? That's the problem.
What did pee me off a tad last night was the bloody lag on the commentary.
Oh yeah.
It weren't lag. It was the opposite, wasn't it? It was the commentary was before it actually happened.
Really? Yeah, that's why I don't get more with BT yesterday. You know, they said Castagna hit the post, and then seconds later he hit the post. I was like, what?
It was like,
and then for Iheanacho's goal as well, the same thing.
Yeah. It was even at the interview at the end. Brendan was talking.
Yeah,
but the chat had already been said. It was like, hang on, something's going wrong here. But it was like that all the way through the game.
It's just ridiculous, Mark. You know, I think they had a bad day at the office. Obviously, we got praised by Chris Sutton yesterday, didn't we, Mark?
We did, mate.
I'm not, you know, he was slagging Brendan Rodgers left, right, and centre. Apparently, Celtic reserves are better than Leicester, is it? Leicester, you joking, aren't you, Mark?
I had to hear him on bloody Radio Norfolk this morning as well.
Oh, Radio North. Another thing as well. Good thing I watched it on Portuguese AU Sports Portuguese TV.
Yeah.
It was in. I didn't understand a word they were saying. They would say we hear the players. We went Evans, and it's gone in. So that was the beauty. That's the beauty part about. I remember years ago. We used to find. You know when Thailand TV used to have every home game on Thailand TV, and we used to watch it. It was so brilliant. When Beckford scored, we went Beckford, and all that stuff. It was brilliant. I thought, passion in the commentary.
I think Andy's post deserves a lot of credit because
it does.
I think that's totally right, Andy. Totally right.
What pause? Because remember the game.
Turn the sound off and put the watch along on.
Because what you have to do is it's a bit latency in it, so you may have to pause it. For example, I actually did that a few weeks ago with Tom and Locks. Were doing a Europa League game, and I paused it, and I was waiting when I think he said, Barnes is on the ball, and I thought, right, he's actually on the exact same time. So I actually muted it and listened to watch along.
Yeah.
While I was watching the game, I think that's brilliant. That
I tried to do that, watching a Leicester game on some foreign telly, and then listening to the commentary on LCFC.com. And my God, trying to keep it, but having to pause it to get it to start right. What a nightmare!
That's why it's like I've got last year with Project Restart, I had Sky. I've got Sky Go. I haven't got Sky at mine, but my dad has at his house. And because when you watch it on a PS4, you're about a minute behind in general. And my dad texts me, "What a goal!" I'm like, "What? It's not gone in yet." So what I do now, I mute all chats about Leicester if there's any latencies or delays. I think just to fair, but no. Just to put on Castagna, just for a brief second. It was like
that on BT last night, though. You'd expect better when you pay that money to watch it.
That's it, Mark. How much to charge you?
Exactly. I was about to say Castagna. I mean, his debut against West Brom had a blinder. Do you know what? I think he's been brilliant. Because I remember at the beginning of the season, I don't know if you heard all these talks, we were offered to sign that left back now. Man United have got Alex Tellez or something.
Alex Tellez, yeah.
We were offered to actually sign him, but we went with Castagna instead.
Wise move.
It is a wise move. He's put 100% in, Mark, hasn't he? Every time he's put a Leicester shirt on. That's all you can ask for from a City player.
Absolute credit to the club, isn't he?
It is.
I heard
David says Castagna had a great game, top notch in every respect. Reedy, what was you going to say, mate?
I was just going to say that I heard on the TV earlier that, like, obviously Brendan Rodgers bringing people in, and all the people that we've been having out, such as like when we had centre backs out, we had obviously Ndidi come back with the full backs going out. Obviously, Justin, and when Pereira came out, so we've done really well this season with kind of getting rid of the not getting rid of it, but trying to replace the injured people to get the best results we can. So
let's talk about top four.
Brendan wasn't happy though, was he, with the performance?
Wasn't he?
No.
Was he not?
He back broke his ankle yesterday, kicking water bottles.
I've seen that.
He wanted a lot more from him in the first half.
Isn't 3-0 enough?
Can we just appreciate the respect he's given to Fofana? I don't know about the
that's all that,
Ramadan. Ramadan, is it? Yeah,
Ramadan.
There's not many other clubs that, that don't do that. And he fair play to him because everyone was questioning, before the interview came out, like, why are we taking Fofana off? Right? Me and my dad were just like, probably saving him for Monday or something. And then when it came out, I thought, fair play, that's very respectful.
Sharing his food with Sam Allardyce on the bench for us.
Well, no, more like Sam Allardyce pinched it all, maybe.
Nosing down on a Ross's
smelted, delted.
You're never going to let that go. No one's going to let that go, are they?
Not the salad, no.
Ross, it's the highlight of the season.
When you do a video package, Jack, of your left TV highlights, is that going to be one at main ones?
Yeah.
Oh, dear me.
Let's talk about top four, lads. A massive stake in top four yesterday. We're a massive win over West Brom, which kept us going in the right direction. Obviously, 6 points ahead of Spurs, 6 points ahead of Liverpool, and 4 ahead Chelsea and West Ham, who respectively play each other on Saturday at 5:30. So, what are we expecting, lads, from that game ahead of the Palace game?
Right. So, with the FA Cup coming up as well, I honestly think we can get both top four and the FA Cup now. Sorry. With obviously what people are saying about Chelsea, the last performance against Brighton wasn't the best. I think we can get a win in the FA Cup.
It's like I said, Sam Allardyce can't do Ramadan.
And yeah, I think with the games we've got left, we can do it. Which is obviously them last 3 games, which is vital. Hopefully, we can get at least 1 to 3 points in that games, but it'd be good to even get all of them. But I don't think it'll be possible to get all wins.
I think we
in
just
them
have to win our next 3 games, don't we, lads? Obviously, Southampton's not going to be easy, neither is Newcastle. I think if we win them 3 games ahead of the Man United game, why can't we go and get a draw at Old Trafford? Or even win? We've not won there when the last time we won there, Ross? 2000, was it? Tony Cottee scored. Man United, Old Trafford.
1998, I think it was.
Tony Cottee score, yeah.
Yeah, Tony Cottee got the winner. So all the other times where we've been unlucky, where I remember the famous Barthez, do you remember? Kicking the thing.
Fabian Barthez.
Against us. And then, I think it was Tony Cottee 1-0. I think it was. And to answer to Andy Mezer's thing, you're right, I could never do Ramadan.
It's more of a Ramadan ding dong, isn't you, Ross?
Ramadan ding dong, yeah. No. Tough game. It'll be a tough game on Monday coming up. Crystal Palace. So that's one of your next topics, Jack.
Yeah. Obviously, Wilfried Zaha in that, Ross. Eze, Christian Benteke loves a goal against Leicester, doesn't he?
Yeah.
So
we're home, aren't we? Tough game that'll be.
Yeah, it will be. We're just got to take the game to them, aren't we, Ross, and maintain our position in the top 4 if we actually want it, and it'll show how serious we are contenders-wise.
We've got to. I mean, these next 3 games are more crucial than Man U and Chelsea and that other club. Because if you think about it, so obviously got Palace, Southampton, and Newcastle. Am I saying?
Yeah.
Next 3. If we can beat them 3, and you said earlier, Jamie, about might not need to worry, but it depends on how the other results go as well. I feel if we win these next 3, I think maybe a point or 2 points. I don't want it to go to last game.
No, not like last year. No,
I don't want it to go to last. I mean, it's not hard to beat Tottenham anyway, but I'm just saying that it's going to be one of them because obviously fans are back in. If I'm right in saying, is that right?
Yeah. The FA Cup final and the the Tottenham game. Yeah,
Tottenham game. I mean, because obviously we don't know when the Chelsea game's getting played yet.
It might be. I think we play Man United, don't we, Reedy? Is it the 8 o'clock kickoff on the Tuesday? Is it or the Wednesday?
Let me have a look quickly.
So I think
4 games are all 8 o'clock.
Can we not do, if we win the FA Cup against Chelsea, we get the cup and the 3 points, and then forget to play the game?
Yeah, then get the 3 points after.
What did you ask, Jack? Sorry, what did you ask, Jack, about the game?
I think the Man United game, it's the game before the FA Cup final, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, so you got Man U on Tuesday away, 8 o'clock, and then on Chelsea in the FA Cup on Saturday.
And then we'll probably play Chelsea on the Wednesday or the Tuesday in the Premiership after, and then Tottenham on the Sunday.
Yeah, it'll probably midweek.
what they could have done is, because Chelsea's not far from Wembley, is it? They could have had the under 23s playing the 3:00 kickoff, or the odd senior player against Chelsea, and then half an hour later.
To be fair, the way our 23s are playing, Chelsea wouldn't stand a bloody chance, would they?
My dad suggested
they banged 7 in the other night, didn't they?
Exactly. And to be fair, my dad said they could play both games on that Wembley pitch. Give the fans something to they got 2 games there. That'd be quite interesting.
Yeah. Look how tight the table is, though, lads. Obviously, Man City 77 points, Man United 66, Leicester 59, Chelsea 55, Spurs 53, and West Ham 55. So if you look at Chelsea's running, they've got to play Man City and Arsenal, is it?
Yeah, that's true.
No, can you imagine if away for give them all 10 points deductions?
Imagine that happened.
My word, that would be tight, wouldn't it?
No, you watch that. You'll hear it here first. They probably won't even give him a fine or something. It'll do something where, last year when Man City should have been banned from the Champions League. Yeah. And then it turns out they weren't. It's going to be like that where...
Financial fair play, was it, Ross?
Yeah, something like that. Because I remember when I was on the way to the Wolves game and we found out, and then we were just like, even if we come 5th, we're going to get Champions League, and then all came about and it all happened. But you watch, they'll punish him, then nothing will get done. But the thing is, though, people say, you shouldn't punish the club because of the fans. What about Portsmouth when they got deducted 9 points? Did they not care about the fans then? What about when obviously being from Rotherham, they've been deducted 3 times. Luton, Bournemouth,
Sheffield Wednesday.
Bolton.
Sheffield Wednesday last year, yeah.
I could go on. End of the day, they need punishing. They can't punish the owner. What, they're going to fine them like 20 grand? That's like literally a couple of just out of their little pocket. End of the day, they need. In the day, their owners have put themselves in this position, and they're sorry. They're not sorry because, we shouldn't have done it. They're sorry because all the fans have come up about it. Yeah, exactly. Brown envelopes. So they should. If they get deducted points, they're scared. If they deduct points, then I tell you what, they've got what's the word? The balls. They've got the balls to do it.
Yeah.
They've got the guts. Sorry, the guts. Sorry, I believe they've got the guts to do it. And if that happens, then what about the fans? But look, all them clubs I've just mentioned.
That's it.
Even us, 2002, we had transfer
administration.
Administration, all that stuff. Did they say, we shouldn't punish them because of the fans? End of the day, consequences. So I hope so. But
the one thing about the league though is it's in our hands, isn't it?
I remember that, Ross, when we heard that the Wolves game, you were standing a row behind. They should be deducted points because the owners don't care.
I tell you what, though, if they did deduct the points, the owners will soon come out. I love this club and all. I love this club. American or whatever.
But they need to be rightfully
punished, 100%.
Sorted out, Ross. Because they can't keep getting away with things like this. It's a bit with Leicester, Ross. We get deducted points this, that, and the other because it's a so-called big name. And
you can't let them get deduction points, can you?
No. Yeah, exactly. You just said you hit the nail right on the head there.
You're basically blaming the club, aren't you, Ross? You're not blaming the fans. You've got to look at the ownership of the club rather than it's not the fans' fault or the players on the field. It's the owners.
100%. But end of the day, them clubs I mentioned, they're the owners are the reason why them clubs got deducted points. The reason, for example, Portsmouth are now in League One, Bolton are in League Two. All this money problem. Sheffield Wednesday are in this issue at the moment. Rotherham had it, Bournemouth, Luton. It's what they're gonna do. They can't punish them because of the fans. Everyone.
You can't punish billionaires.
You can't punish the fans, can you?
Well, that's the thing. No, but when they got deducted points, did they say, we shouldn't do it because of the fans? It's one of them things. I know it sounds horrible. I might come across as a bit horrible.
They just looked at the football club, didn't they, Ross? Overall.
Exactly. And that's one of them things.
And that's what's going to happen if they do it. They can't. You can't. What can you do against Roman Abramovich? Nothing. He's got more money than anybody. And what can you do about the transfer ban? Well, he's barred from the country anyway. He can't come in, can he?
What, Roman? That's probably Abramovich.
Yeah. He's not been out coming to the country for the last couple of years.
I thought you meant in general.
Right, lads.
No.
Let's move on to player ratings. We'll start with Schmeichel first. I'll go first. Schmeichel yesterday, I'd give a 7 out of 10. Reedy,
I'd obviously give him a 9 out of 10. Castagna, easily.
Yeah. Ross Fofana.
Well, before he came, I'm going to say 9, considering he's had nothing, like no drink, no food. He was basically playing on an empty stomach. Nothing. He ate nothing for like 24 hours, something like. I don't know. I'm not very good at this thing. I thought he played very, very well considering it. So yeah, I'm going to say about a 9. Yeah,
Mark Johnny Evans.
It's got to be a solid 8, isn't it?
We'll give Seung Chu a 8 as well. Reedy, what about Yuri Tillemans?
I've got to give him an 8 or 9. I think obviously that free ball alone has got him half the points already. So yeah.
Ross Wilf.
I mean, good old Mr. Wilf. It's got to be a 9 on it. It's just that he's always there. You know, every time he turns, and he's just there. He's like, cheers. So yeah, I said 9.
Mark, your favourite player, Maddison.
Could have asked him for anyone else, couldn't you?
Now,
6.
if it wasn't for the breaches, would you give him a bit more than 6?
No,
Okay.
I watched him last night, and the people on the radio today, they were blowing smoke right up his arse, saying he's going to be straight back into the England squad. And I watched him last night, and I made sure I watched him last night, and he was nowhere near anywhere near as good as he could be. And his shooting's still terrible. Some of his distributions rank, and I still think he's got a little chip on his shoulder. But that's my view, and I'm sticking with my 6.
Luke Thomas, I will give him a 7. I didn't really see much of him yesterday. Did you, Reedy?
No, I honestly didn't know why he was in there. Like, I'm not saying he's a bad player, but if he wanted to put a full squad out, I would have put Ricardo in, but I'm guessing he had a knock from the game before. So obviously he came in and he didn't do anything wrong. So I'd probably give him 7 as well. So
right then, boys. So we're all gonna go through Jamie Vardy and Iheanacho now. So let's start with Vardy, guys. I'm gonna give Vardy a 9 for yesterday. What about you, Reedy?
What is this, Kelechi or Vardy?
Vardy.
I'd probably give him a 9.
Ross?
I would say 9.5. Does that count? Because obviously his goal and also the way that he got past that defender for the assist was unbelievable. It was brilliant. So yeah, I'm going to say 9.5.
Mark?
8. I'm a tough boss, am I?
Do you know what you like? Craig Rebel Hallwood from Strictly Come Dancing.
I am. No, an 8.
Room for improvement. Tony out of Simpsons, isn't he, Ross?
Good job you didn't say the first part.
Yeah, no, it did take me a while to get in the shirt. I do watch The Simpsons, you know. I'm not that old.
No, we didn't want to say the first part. We didn't want to hurt your feelings.
That's all right. If I had feelings,
Mr. Tony.
it wouldn't hurt.
Let's talk about Kel, lads. Another goal yesterday. I'm going to give Kel a 10 for his performance yesterday. Reedy?
10.
I've got to give him a 9 as well. I've got to give him a 9 as well as Vardy. I can't say each one of them deserved a higher rating. They both did well. Both got a goal. So yeah, I think 9 for both of them.
A 10 from Len.
I would say 9 for me, only because of the first chance. The first chance, I think he should have put that away with the goalkeeper, and obviously that. I mean, brilliant turn, but it's a shame he couldn't score that one with the right foot. Had he not one of them in it, or at least got it on target, I would have given him a 10. Because of them, I would say that. But you know, he's on fire at the minute. You know, there was no bad player yesterday. I mean, everyone played well. I forgot Luke Thomas was on the pitch, not because he was bad.
So did I. I thought we were a 10-man Leicester team.
Because if you think it was going more to Castagna on the right hand side than it was on the left.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'll give him a 9 because of the misses.
Mark?
8.
Reason being?
Well, he was no better than Vardy, and Vardy was no better than Nacho. The best player on the park yesterday was the one that Reedy had, was Castagna.
Castagna.
And he was a 9/10. He ruled the roost.
He was phenomenal.
You got to judge where an 8, a 9, and a 10 are, because you could just say 10 to everybody, but that's just not true, is it? Do you know what I mean?
No.
Jose Perez.
Didn't really do much when he came on.
Let's give Jose Perez a rating, and Dennis Pratt for coming on yesterday, and Albrighton. What would you give them?
2.
Just a natural. It's like when you bring someone on when you bring a sub on FIFA and they automatically get a 6 rating. So I'll go with 6. Because of that, they didn't really do. They didn't have long enough to.
They weren't there long enough
to the game.
Yes, right, totally right, Ross. They weren't on the pitch long enough to really. That. Oh, you're welcome. Don't make me a salad. 6 is. They weren't on the pitch long enough. They couldn't contribute, could they? So
just bang average in at 6. So.
Right then, lads. One word to describe this match.
This is brilliant. I put it on Twitter, Jax. I'll share it.
Yeah, I'll put it on Twitter and Facebook.
Right, I'll do it. I'll retweet
so
it.
one word to describe that man, Brendan Rodgers Dodgers, or Jammy Dodgers, or Jammy Rodgers.
Can I have 2 words?
Go on then. You start,
genius.
Ross.
Evil genius. Because evil genius. Because the fact is, now if you think about it, sometimes he plays a lot of mind games. I mean, the amount of records we've broken this season where we've not beaten a team at this place or this place for so long. I mean, we beat an Arsenal for the first time in Yonks. Finally beating West Brom at home. And I know that might sound daft, but finally beating a team, our bogey side at home. We've beaten Liverpool for the first time in a few years. Beaten Chelsea very comfortably. Beat Man City. I mean, 5 past Guardiola, a Guardiola side, and they're a fantastic side, Man City.
Yeah,
I could go on, and it's the fact is he plays these tactics brilliantly. Puts a Marty in, everyone's like, "Oh, why is a Marty in?" Scores a winner, scores from a corner.
That's hell of one word, that isn't it?
No, what about you?
I'm just explaining why I think he's an evil genius. Yeah, that's what I would describe it in a minute.
What about you, Mark?
Brilliant.
Someone wants
it's
to
one
take
word,
a photo. There you go.
Brendan Rodgers Dodger.
Rodgers Dodgers.
We need a chant. That'd be brilliant. That.
Rodgers Dodgers.
The first game with all fans back in, everyone should have a packet of Jammy Dodgers, and they'll just lift them up in air. How brilliant would that be? Like Brendan Jammy Dodger.
Be better if they'd have been in a blue packet, really.
It don't matter.
They don't
come in blue packets, Mark.
That was pretty cool. That turn it blue, Jack, and we'll that'll get more tweets.
We'll try blue. Brendan Rodgers.
Brilliant. That's my one word.
And Reedy.
I'd have to probably give a tactician. This season has been brilliant. Obviously, last season, when most of our games, you already knew what the game plan was. Just hoof the ball up, because obviously we're only playing with one striker this year, because obviously we're changing so many different formations and how we play with different players. Every team we play against, we play somewhere different, and how we play is different. So I think it's got to be tactician for me.
I'm going to use 2 words. Absolutely fantastic.
You set the rules and you're using 2 words. Come on.
I was reading what Andy
play the game.
Yours would be gone, Ross, before you get in the ground. Ross, that's when you're eating your pie, isn't it?
Yeah.
Right then, boys. It's been a pleasure getting you all on. And thanks for coming on, Ross.
Well, catch you in a bit, lads. Follow me Twitter if you want, and change that to blue if you can. That would be sick.
I'll have a look. Cheers, Ross.
See you, Ross.
See you, Ross.
Mark.
Adios.
Thank you for coming on, pal. Really. It's been a pleasure. I'll
see you in a bit, mate.
Sunday.
Yeah.
See you in a bit, mate.
Speak to you on.
See you in a bit, mate.
See you in a bit, mate.
Right then. There's only 2 to go now, Reedy. Me and you.
Yes.
Evening, lads, from the councillor. Evening, councillor. The salute. let's quickly get Mayan in. Mayan,
Hi, Jack.
what's your thoughts on Brendan Rodgers, pal? One word.
He's a legend.
And who was your man of the match yesterday?
Yuri Tillemans.
Okay. And which one was your favourite goal yesterday, Mayan?
Vardy.
Vardy. Okay, that's great, mate. And did you enjoy the game yesterday?
Yeah, Madison. I saw Madison play good yesterday.
You've not fell out with him over COVID rules, no?
No, thank God for that.
He's just got to prove himself again, hasn't Mayan, at the football club?
Yeah, I'm glad. I think he needs to get his arse and play better now, not be silly anymore.
Yeah. Thanks for coming on, pal. I will see you on Monday's watch along.
Yeah.
Cheers,
How you
mate.
doing, Jack?
Yeah, mate, I'm good. Yeah, you?
Yeah. Just, why I know we're missing Justin.
Yeah.
We need to get another player like Justin. We need to get Matt Aarons. That'd be a good signing for us.
Yeah. I think we just need to get some players in and strengthen the squad, mate, in the summer, and then keep the squad together that we've got. Because they're a great bunch of lads and they're really close. And I think Brendan Rodgers is the right man for the job at Leicester, and he's taking us forward rather than backwards.
The word I've got to say is about Spurs.
Go on, say one word about Spurs. Go on.
They don't need to drop the point and they got 3 points. They got 30-point drop. They're top 6. The top 6 need to get dropped.
Exactly, pal. Right then, mate.
And then we can win the league. Nice to see you.
See you in a bit, mate.
See you in a bit.
Right then, Reedy. Thanks for coming on, pal.
Yeah, no worries. It's been a pleasure.
I'll
Hopefully we
see you
can
on
get,
Sunday.
Yeah, hopefully we can get some good. Good performance. But yeah.
Yeah, hopefully. All right, pal. Cheers, pal.
Yep, no worries. See you in a bit.
Right then, that was Reedy. Thanks to Mark. Thanks to Ross. Thanks to Mayan for all coming on. Thanks to Reedy. This is the end of the show now, guys. Jamie will be back on Sunday for the aftermath show / pre-match show at the Palace game. He'll be joined by the South London fan from Crystal Palace. And we'll be back for the watch along at 7:30 on Monday for the Crystal Palace game. Be sure to check that out. Please like and share this stream and subscribe to the channel if you're new and enjoy our content. It's been a pleasure, guys. This is Jack here from Leicester Fan TV, here to say good night and enjoy the rest of your weekend, guys, whatever you're up to. And come on, Leicester!
Welcome to Leicester Fan TV. With special thanks to our pals at ADT Taxis, Feed Me, Piglet's Pantry, Tiger, Leicester Garage Conversions, Pink Vehicle Leasing, Hologram, The Fox's Arms, Moyer Wade Interiors, and our chosen charity, Mentis UK. We bring you the fans' views on the match each week, and your views matter to us. Join the fans' debate each match with us. Follow us at Leicester Fan TV.